The Union Cabinet has cleared the proposal to hold simultaneous elections in India as recommended by a high-level committee headed by former President Ram Nath Kovind. The One Nation, One Election Committee was set up on September 1st, 2023 and had submitted its report to the government in March, shortly before the announcement of Lok Sabha elections 2024. In this video, we will understand if the idea of One Nation, One Election was first pioneered by Prime Minister Narendra Modi or not.
वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन सिर्फ एक चर्चा का विषय नहीं है, बल्कि ये भारत की जरूरत है।
The idea of simultaneous elections has been amplified by Prime Minister Narendra Modi since 2014 and especially in his second term. The BJP has long argued that one way to make India's elections fair is to hold them together.
इससे विकास के कार्यों पर जो प्रभाव पड़ता है उसे आप सब भली भांति जानते हैं। ऐसे में वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन पर गहन अध्ययन और मंथन आवश्यक है।
But the idea itself is not new. This has been a part of election manifestos of the BJP since 1984, the first Lok Sabha election that the party contested at an all-India level. The BJP manifesto also mentioned electronic voting machines, EVMs, and voter identity cards as part of a bundle of electoral reforms. 4 years after its founding, the BJP fielded 224 candidates in the 1984 elections, which were held less than 2 months after the assassination of Indira Gandhi. The BJP manifesto resolved to contain 4 evils that threaten to subvert the freedom and fairness of elections: money power, ministerial power, media power and muscle power, and presented an 11-point blueprint for electoral reform. Now, most of these promises by the Bharatiya Janata Party, then led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, were subsequently adopted in the election system. In 1984, though, the Congress won a record 414 seats and the BJP only 2. After India gained independence, corporate contributions to political parties weren't regulated until 1960, when donation limits were established, and 1969, when contributions for political purposes were banned. However, in 1985, the Rajiv Gandhi government lifted the ban, allowing corporate donations again. Fast forward to 1996, BJP made several promises, including updating electoral reforms, granting statutory status to the Code of Conduct, and fresh delimitation of constituencies based on the 1991 census. The BJP emerged as the single largest party that year, forming its first government at the centre, albeit briefly, lasting only 13 days. Led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the BJP advocated for Hindu cultural nationalism and an independent nuclear weapons policy. Despite the short tenure, the BJP's 1996 manifesto laid the groundwork for future electoral promises. In 1998, the BJP's 6-point election reform agenda reiterated its earlier promises. In its 1999 Lok Sabha election manifesto, the BJP included its promises on electoral reform under the head Constitutional and Legal Reforms. The party said it would take steps to ensure a fixed term of 5 years for all elected bodies and would examine replacing the present no-confidence motion with the German system of constructive vote of non-confidence. The BJP's 2004 manifesto was similar to its 1984 manifesto. The 2009 manifesto focused on only one of these electoral reforms promises, and that was simultaneous elections. The 2014 manifesto said the BJP is committed to eliminating criminality in elections. It reiterated the promise of evolving a method of holding Assembly and Lok Sabha elections simultaneously. It also promised to realistically revise expenditure limits. The BJP's 2019 manifesto promised simultaneous elections and a single voters list for all elections in order to ensure that every citizen gets the right to exercise his or her franchise for all public bodies and to avoid confusion created by multiple voter lists. Talking about now, the BJP manifesto from 2024 vowed the implementation of the One Nation, One Election. Prime Minister Modi said that they have set up a committee to examine the issues of conducting simultaneous elections and they will work towards the implementation of the recommendations. That's all for today. For more on One Nation, One Election, keep watching the Indian Express and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, the Indian Express.